Okay.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the group chat. Episode 5.
Another day on a pod. We keep
Another
it rolling.
day.
We keep it moving.
Episode 5, no?
I think so.
I think
Nah, we're 4.
no.
No, it's
4?
4.
I don't know.
It's 4, no?
Let's find out. Archie, where's your YouTube?
That's how much we're doing, no?
That's how much?
We're doing a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Because we missed 1 week.
Yeah, we
Oh,
missed.
Yeah, we did.
We missed during spring break.
Yeah.
And then
We did college. We did mental health.
We did the question.
We
Yeah.
did hot topics. So
This is episode 4 of the group chat, man. Episode 4.
We on 4, bro. Let me
Yeah,
see.
man. Yeah.
Damn, the views going up though. Like
yeah.
it's like steady. You know, but
It's
this is
getting
good.
there.
This is
Yeah,
good.
man. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe,
I
man.
appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you for the support.
I appreciate y'all.
Also, make sure to comment, bro. I feel like they don't usually comment because
Yeah.
we see that you're viewing the video, but like, let us know. You know, that's our way to interact with those that we don't see physically. Because I see a lot of people physically, and they will say, "Oh yeah, you know, give us feedback."
Yeah, that's
But
true.
people that we can't see, please comment, man, so we can see, you know, what you feeling about the video.
Say,
We wanna-
say what you think.
what you think, man?
Do,
Yeah.
and stuff.
This is not just for us, bro. This is for everyone.
And a lot of people watch the reels on the gram,
True
but they
that
don't follow. They don't
That is true.
they don't tap in.
That is true.
We got
bro.
like 2,000 views on one of the videos.
What's up with that, bro?
1,000,
What's up
500
with that?
on the other one, but nobody following, man.
Come on, man. Show
Y'all
some
follow,
support,
bro.
man.
Follow.
We know y'all there, bro, because
Yeah.
y'all know y'all be saying something on it. Let's say something.
We see y'all.
Try and subscribe, man. But anyway, we hope y'all enjoyed last episode, man. Last episode was good. Thanks to Angel Gabriel here. And we were breaking it down with that hot topic. You know, and we were putting it on the shit, you know what I'm saying? It was like me catching picking it off guard today, talking about relationship. Like, don't do that to a thing.
Bro, I had to put a man in
don't do that to
in a
you,
little
bro.
hot seat. How you
Don't do that thing.
have them think a little bit, you know?
Nah, don't do that.
Yeah,
one,
bro, the
man.
man, y'all gotta think.
Bro, you know how long we've been avoiding that conversation? We
We really dive into that. Don't worry, bro.
We're not
Hey,
doing
man,
that thing again,
We
bro.
gotta do what the people want.
The people that
been-
want relationship.
Bro,
Y'all want relationship?
Bro, the people been hitting me up. It's
Bro,
like,
who
let
the
man
people
them
then?
do. Hey, man.
If y'all want relationship topic, comment in the comment section.
Oh, man,
That's
the
the only
people-
way.
The people want it.
That
I'm
is-
just doing what the people want.
What are people we can see?
The people be talking to me though. That's what I'm saying.
Tell the same people that talking to
The
you.
people be talking
Comment
to me.
in the session so we
Alright, I'll
know
tell them.
this is what the viewers want.
I will tell them.
You know, my man, if that's what y'all want, y'all comment in the comment section, man.
I'll tell them, bro.
Yeah, man. But that was good, man. So every now and then we gotta switch it up, you know.
A little song. That's good.
Hot topics here and there,
Yeah,
and just catch
That's
them off guard. But
That's
anyway,
that's true.
Sabu, what we feeling today, man?
Chilling,
We back from spring break. Ah, bro, how was your spring break, Gabriel?
Screamo was good, bro. Cool and calm.
Break it down for us. What you did,
Ain't
man?
crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hanging with good people, hanging with chill people,
Tired.
in the shy.
Mm.
You know?
I'm tired.
Yeah, bro.
What was two highlight of your break? Two highlight.
2 highlights of my break. We went to the Afro Beach to the Ward. It was a good event. It took a bit for us to get in.
It's packed.
Bro, it was packed, bro. Packed. Ambulance have to come. I don't know what happened, but ambulance, we were stood in that line for over, I want to say like 45 to an hour in the cold before we got in. But when we got in, you know, it's good vibes.
Yeah.
African music playing.
You
Everybody
forget
was
all
good.
of that.
Everybody was good after that. So, yeah, that was good.
So what about you, man? Two highlights.
2 highlights. Probably the comedy show. We went to a comedy show in New York. And
That
then,
was fun, yeah.
what else? The first spot we went to, the Ghanaian. independent spot.
That
Yeah,
first night,
that was
man. The
fire.
first night, man, go outside.
Oh, how your bonds? You don't even sleep.
We
Nah, bro,
bond.
you went
We
out
bond.
straight away, bro.
We went. We bonds. We went to go. We eat. We right. Yeah. We
And then we
ate.
went out that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fire.
That was good, man.
Word.
I see the same
Fire.
thing too. Yeah, comedy, bro. People in New York sense of humor is crazy.
Nah, it's-
Maybe no comedians. We should say comedians.
True.
Comedians sense of humor, bro, is wild, bro. I feel like we were in the front row.
Yeah, we were like right there, bro. And he was
Just saying
like,
crazy stuff.
yeah.
Man, them were like targeting us, bro. I'm being dead ass.
It was
Like,
targeting you?
Targeting us. Our skin color. I'm telling you, like,
Well,
like those black people jokes here and there,
Yeah.
Those edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro. And then they be laughing too.
Like they look at us for validation.
They look at us too.
Like,
Wait,
hey,
Is it
like,
valid?
Hey.
Nah.
like that's not funny.
They said we got the darkies in here tonight. They said don't turn off the light. You might not see them no more.
Y'all see the team? Y'all
Yeah,
gotta talk about
Can't
team.
sit there.
Look at the type of team.
What you mean? Hey, y'all went.
Can't sit
I
there.
can
Y'all
say
look
that,
at the type
bro.
of team, man. Saying,
I
bro.
can say that, bro. Look at the color of my skin, bro. Come on, bro.
Don't
Trust.
justify it.
And y'all went. Y'all go to the comedy because y'all pay money for it. Men were talking to y'all, and I thought that. I mean,
Nah, bro. But yeah, man. Spring break was chill, man. I feel like this week came back too fast. Man, came back too fast for me.
I'm going spring break again.
Yes,
Yeah,
Why
bro.
not?
You won't be in school all the time.
I'm saying
Bro.
Technically, I'm not in school,
you are. What do you mean?
bro. I go to class twice a week.
That's okay.
I mean that twice a week is not even in school.
One class each
Right.
day. 2 classes.
Yeah, man.
I'm not like your master student, man. Respect.
Yeah, man. Let's get into episode 4 today, man. Enough catching up. Episode 4 today. We're gonna be talking about living with internal perspective, man. Living with internal perspective. We're bringing it back to just one topic. This is just like the mental health topic. This is another deep topic, man. You know, we're not just talking about just perspective in general, but perspective of faith. You know, everyday life, just how we go about each day. But yeah, so we're gonna break it down. I got this question, man, and I'll start with Archie, man. Archie, break it down for me, man. This question is: have you ever felt stuck chasing success or comfort only to feel empty? Have you ever felt stuck
Felt stuck.
chasing success or comfort only to feel empty?
I have felt stuck, but I don't know about the empty part of things because I haven't like reached where I want to be, so I couldn't tell you if I felt empty. Yeah, I feel like it's an ongoing process. It's still like a long journey to go through, and I don't know if I'm there yet, so I don't really know if I'm empty. I'm still kind of pursuing what I want.
Well, has there ever been like something that you really need, like instant gratification that you really needed, and you were like, when you got it, and you're just like, what was the point of all of that? I think that's kind of what the question is trying to say. Like,
Okay.
like you achieved that thing you were itching for, and then you were like, bro, it didn't really add or took like do anything to my being.
That's a hard question. I feel like I don't know. I couldn't think of something like that.
Gabriel, what you thinking, man?
I gotta take some time.
Say that.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that is a tough question. Though. Just thinking about it, it's like, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like you want something so bad, and then when you get it, it's like it's not what you think or what you thought it was, you know. And we could go back to a lot of things, but I don't know. Like Archie was saying, like really thinking about it and diving into it. I feel like we're still like on that process of like things that we think that we want or things that we think will fulfill us, and we're chasing that now. And then hopefully we're not chasing the wrong things, and we're chasing the right things and what we truly need or will truly bring us happiness. Hopefully that's what we're chasing. But you know, I mean, the main thing we would chase, we're in college now. I chase coming to school, coming to college, getting a scholarship, getting good grades. You know, those are like good things to think about now. You know, so we'll see. Maybe in freshman year, younger days, chasing the wrong things, chasing women. Maybe could say that.
I mean, we can even touch on that too, because I mean, we mentioned it before, like, just, you know, as a young individual coming into college, you have all these things you want to do, but then when you reach a certain point, you're like some people get out of relationships, only to realize like, oh, this stuff is not even, it's boring. You know, like I just want to have fun, but like it's not just always fun. Sometimes you have to sit and be serious You know,
Right.
I feel like that goes to it too, or even school too in general. I feel like there are certain classes we take that we study so hard for, but at the end of the day, they didn't really do much to our.
Right.
Like you really think about it, you're doing all that work then, but then later on, you're just like, bro, what did this really do for me?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's all part of the process, though. You
Mm.
know, it's just certain things you have to do that to just get to where you need to be and where you got to get to for real. So sometimes you just got to think about it like that. You just got to do this to get to where you want to go, right? So I think that's part of it. That's part of it too, though. To be honest, you know, but I think that's a good question that we need to reflect on. People can reflect on it too to know if you're really whatever you're chasing, if it's really what you want and what you need and what's gonna make you happy in the long run, kind of thing too. I think.
Actually, I just thought of something. So for me personally, this summer I did like an internship for sales, and I was chasing that a lot. I really wanted the money and everything, but just doing it like throughout the months, like I just felt empty. Like I didn't enjoy the work. I would come like hating what I was doing. Like I was good at it, but it didn't fulfill me. You know, it wasn't like a enjoyable type of work, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we get caught up in that, bro. You know, and just trying to do what you gotta do to get the bread, but you're not really happy doing it. You know. And
Yeah, that's kind of like something that I noticed. Like, obviously, I always thought like, oh, I'm gonna just work hard and get this money or whatever. But then, once I actually started doing it, I don't think I could have done it for like a longer period. Like, I think eventually my body would just start rejecting things. Like, I would have just started getting randomly sick or something.
Yeah.
Like, it just wasn't meant to be.
Meant to
you know?
be.
It was just weird.
Right. I mean, I think I feel the opposite too when I go like coaching. Like we just started back up today. Like I just love being there and love like coaching little kids, and you know, and even though it's soccer, but it's like you can teach so much more through soccer, and so much life lesson come with that, and you teaching kids that's younger than you, and like you know you can see like little you in them too, and because they all sometimes they have that mentality like a soccer game is everything. You know, like that's the most important thing in life. That's everything. You know, sometimes you can have that tunnel vision on that, but sometimes it's like more to that. Like soccer it's just a game like you're playing, but then there's like life is bigger than just soccer too, and you can teach so much about life through soccer. So I think with that too, that's something I gotta do. That's like fulfilling to me. I would say like even if I'm not getting paid, I'll be doing that for real. But you know.
Yeah, even for me too, like, I don't know. I feel like I try to live, like, I think it ties back to just, like, being intentional. I mean, each day you try to live, like, as intentional as possible. But I think for school, I can only, like, tie this question to school. Like, I feel like there are certain things in school that it's just, like, I feel empty at times, like, it's not really doing me much, like in the moment. Like like you were saying, like at the end of the day, like you gotta look at the bigger picture. But there's just certain things I'm just like, I'm just doing it because we have to.
Yeah, that's the ones where you just gotta do it just to pass,
Yeah.
and get by, and just you gotta think bigger picture, like
Yeah, man. But so often I hear like. I think that goes back into like how people like it goes back to like successful people, like the worldly success.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's how people are successful in a way. Like I feel like people ignore like the feeling of being empty because of the chase, because of the rush to be successful. Because I feel like emptiness comes through that, like wanting to be successful so bad in this world, and that's why I feel like most people forget that people think that we're living in this world forever, right? Like we're not. People forget that this world is not really our home as we claim it to be. I feel like we're just stopping by. right? If we're just stopping by, should we be chasing this thing called success that makes us feel empty? What do you think?
I mean, that's a very deep question. I mean, if I'm thinking about it, I think it'll be different for people that like believe in God and people that doesn't. But also, even for people that believe in God too, you can still just caught up in like wanting success and wanting to be like successful in terms of like, you know what I'm saying, making a lot of money, or maybe like you want to take care of your family too. And I feel like there's certain ways to do that too. And then, you know, it's just like hard to like figure out which part is chasing like success in a way to like get your family right, so you're not struggling, and like success in terms of like being greedy and like that's the only thing you'll focus on, and like forgoing other things in life, or like seeing the bigger picture, like you believe in God and you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that too, you know. And as I'm getting older too and growing, that's something like you start to think about as well. Like what does success looks like for you? You know, you can't really just put everything on like the amount of money you make. Or like we're saying, like just worldly things. It's like you have to define what success looks like for you, and what do you believe in, and what else looks like for you. You know, I think that's probably what it comes down to, in a sense, I would say. But
I agree with your point, but I also think that part of that is like external influences. So you got parents, you got siblings, you got friends, you got other types of things that kind of influence you to like want to, you know, make this money, or they influence you to like want to be into something that you actually enjoy and like be healthy and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to balance those two things out. But yeah.
But as Christians though, right? Like, 'cause we are Christians. Do you think we should be living like, or how do you think we should live knowing that this world is not our home? Like heaven is the ultimate goal, right? How do you think we should live? I mean, we're not perfect, right? But how do you suppose that we live each day knowing that this earth that we call home is not really our home? We're just stopping by. Like, is stopping by the right word to use? Like, we're here, but at the end of the day, everything we're doing for heaven. You know, we're doing it in a way that's gonna lead us to heaven. Like, how do you suppose we live each day knowing that this isn't it? Because most people think that. I've come across a lot of people that think this is it, bro. You see people are chasing so many external things, so many things that make them feel empty, not realizing that, bro. I mean, maybe like you said, that goes back to belief. Some people don't believe there is a heaven.
Right.
Like I spoke to a girl in my class this week. Like, she don't believe there's a hell. She didn't say heaven, but she don't believe there's a hell. And that had me thinking, like, dang. Like, most people don't believe there is one. But as we believers that we that believe, like, how do you suppose we live each day knowing that this isn't it? This is just, we're here for the time we're here for. But at the end of the day, there's a bigger picture.
I mean, for me, I've been growing in my faith. I mean, I've been slacking a couple weeks, but I've really took it upon myself to like grow in my faith and almost kind of like know God, know Jesus for yourself, and like dive into the Bible, and you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that. Try to go to church and mainly just dive into the Bible and read God's word to try to know Him for real. And I think when I think about that, what comes to my mind is I think God is love. Like what Jesus brought to the earth is really love, and each and every day you just gotta know that Jesus is there. He's your savior, right? And try to live in a way that is good. You know what I'm saying? Good. You doing good by people. You doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know, you're not treating nobody bad. You're living through God's word. You're praying and things like that. I feel like knowing God and reading the scripture, understanding the Bible, and for me, for now, that's what I think it is. And I think as I'm growing more into my faith, I think I will know more about that and know how to answer that question better, or how that works out for me. But for now, all I can think about is just being a good person and understanding like Jesus died for your sins, right? He's our savior, and understanding that and taking all that in, and just stuff like that. I think for me, that's what I think about.
What we saying, Seb? What we saying?
Yeah, Gabe, you basically said what I was gonna say, but I think also you gotta understand that Amos kind of also mentioned we're not perfect,
Right.
You gotta give yourself a little grace.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that you'll never be Jesus, obviously, but you could try your best every day
Yeah.
to work towards that, little by little. It doesn't have to be the biggest things. Even just helping people here and there, like you said, just being a good person, having great morals, and understanding that you're not perfect. You're trying your hardest as a human being.
Right.
Like, I guess that's kind of just what I live by.
Yeah. What do you think though? Like when you hear temporal satisfaction versus internal fulfillment, how important is that? Like what are things in your life that are temporarily that are satisfying to you, and things in your life that are internal? Like, and if you weigh that, like which is more important to you, or which one of them is something that you could let go? Because obviously, and correct me if I'm wrong, internal satisfaction is what we live for, right? Like that's what you're gonna die, and you take with you wherever you believe it's real or not. But what do you think? Like, what are those temporal satisfaction in your life currently, and those things internally that are satisfying to you?
I think that's something I'm still trying to figure out too. Like a lot of these things is, I think the fifth situation, obviously, like you grew up in like a Christian home and stuff like that. Like you go to church and stuff. I feel like, but now it's more like I'm diving into it for myself now. So now it's like all these things is kind of like I'm trying to figure out as I go and understand like what is really fulfilling to me, what should I be doing, and what's it just, what I'm saying, like you were saying, like just temporary. Like what was I doing that's temporary, and what am I doing now is really like fulfilling to me, and it really like makes me happy. And I think being alone and like looking at your life and looking at the things you do, you could start to break it down and figure that part out. And I think I'm trying to figure that out too, and that's what I would say. But
For me, I've been through a lot, but I've figured out that what fulfills me internally is just helping people. I just like doing nice things. I like doing nice things for people, helping them out, because I know that I didn't come from like the best situation, and I had a lot of help getting to where I'm at right now. So whatever it takes to just give back, especially like to my community back in Congo, like that's probably one of the most important things. And the way I'm kind of balancing it out is I'm doing something temporary right now to kind of gain like the I don't know, like the wealth you could say, so that I can like do something that I want later, so I can give back essentially, and do something that fulfills me and brings me joy. It's hard currently because obviously you don't want to do the temporary things, it's not fun, it's not fulfilling, so you just kind of have to go through that journey and figure it out yourself. But
why is it so like maybe but because if I feel like there's a lot of people we see like do things temporarily and think that's it, like you said, helping people, like don't people realize like the joy that comes with that, what that brings? Like it may not bring money, but that brings so much fulfillment. Like I don't understand that part. Like why people
it's the experiences, it's environment, it's different things. Like everybody's not the same. Everyone's unique,
Yeah.
So you can't expect everyone to act the same or have the same morals, have the same values. I think over time, people just learn on their own through their experiences and mistakes, whatever they go through. But others, like, they develop that sense of, you know, like helping out or whatever early on, so they know kind of the fulfillment that they get from it.
Right.
But I think it's all just dependent on the person.
How do you think, Gabriel, like social media and culture push like materialism and self-centered living? Because that's what that goes back to. You know?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, man. I think we're all like victims of that without even realizing it sometimes, bro.
Yeah, true that.
Just because we consume so much of it, and we don't really know how really they affect us, bro. You know, like the other day, I just spent so much money on like a couple of clothes just because I need.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bro. And then like things are always advertised to you, and you see it all the time. You know, it's always on your mind. Those are things that you don't know you're a victim to, but like you be thinking like, oh, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to buy something for you know, but it's like these are something that have been advertised to you the whole time. So, you know, we're all victims of it, and we fall to it just because of like, you know, social media, what you see online, what you think is going on, you know. Even though we don't admit it, like a lot of sometimes it's like there's so much out there, so much content coming from here, and sometimes you even that could influence your thinking too, if you're not really aware of it, you're not paying attention too. So, you know, that's something like I'm starting to be like aware of a little bit now too. It's like all these things coming from everywhere. You can be taking everything in, you know. So things like that.
Yeah, social media has definitely like exposed us to a lot of knowledge that like we probably wouldn't have if we didn't have it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just knowing when to, you know, unplug and just
to unplug.
Yeah, just knowing when to be by yourself and think about the world as it is, rather than what social media thinks it should be. You know.
Yeah.
I think we all have like a hard time kind of trying to find the difference between like reality and social media. You know, a lot of people think that, oh, if I do this from social media, then I'm popular or I'm something like that, but it really isn't. It's not fulfilling. It's just a thing that they do.
Right.
And oftentimes, like when they experience reality, like they fail in those moments. They think that it's something that social media already taught them, but it really isn't. It's not the same.
Do you think, as Archie, right, as Archie, do you think your social media is making you lose sight of God, or is your social media helping you to stay connected to God? Because when you look at if a self-centered person, a materialistic person, is losing sight of God, would you not agree?
Yeah, in a way, I think.
Like a self-centered person, a materialistic person, a person that's always seeking out external things to make them happy, is losing sight of God. Is your social media helping you or breaking you? As a Christian, do you think your social media is helping you lose sight of God, or is it because you said there's so much thing, right? But one of the things I realized as I continue to use social media is that yes, there's so much things, but we help control the things we see. We help control the things we consume. Right? Your algorithm, the things you like, the things you're subscribed to, that is all you're doing, right? So when you think about us as Christian, like, social media is there, but what are you doing? Because there has to be some accountability, right? Like, what are you subscribed to on your social media? Because they don't just come to you. The algorithm picks up what you are subscribed to, what you're listening to, what you're watching, right? It gathers all of those information, right? Is that helping you? Do you think, as Archie, right? This is your question. Like, is it helping you lose sight of God? I mean, gain a relationship with God, or is it breaking you and making you lose sight of God?
This is kind of a two-part for me, because when I came to the U.S., obviously I kind of got into social media. I think that made me lose sight of God at first, because I didn't know better, you know?
Yeah.
It was just like I'm young, I'm still learning things, and I'm just trying to explore the internet, whatever, social media. But as I've gotten older, I've kind of unplugged from social media. Like I don't go on there as often. I don't really like care about my social media. I don't. It's not a big deal to me. It doesn't affect me in any sort of way. I more so try to just live in the moment, like live in reality. I'm not on my phone a lot, so I think that's part of me. I don't think it negatively impacts me currently.
Okay.
I think it's a tool I could use, but I don't really use it. If that makes any sense.
Okay. What do you say, Gabriel? It's Gabriel.
I mean, for me, I think it definitely affects, like my relationship with God for sure. Cause sometimes I go on there, bro, I just scrolling for like a bit, and I've been on there for a minute too.
Yeah.
And my algorithm is messed up. I need to fix my algorithm right now. But listen, bro. But sometimes I be seeing things I don't follow the account, and it be popping up on my.
That's all you,
bro.
That's all you, bro.
I don't follow these accounts that be on my feed, bro. But right now I don't even have IG on my phone. Sometimes I just delete it for like a couple of days. Yeah, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we are victims to these things we don't even know.
Yeah.
Like I deleted Instagram from my phone, right? It's not on my phone, but I'll go on my phone and like be looking for it. Like I'll go and how you search. I'm like, why is Instagram not here? I go and search. I'm like, oh, I deleted it. Then I was like not go on it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't really realize like things like that, So I'm like, that's the only way. I just delete it for a couple of days and then I'll come back and I'll be cool. Then you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's how I do it in terms of the social media. But
so are you saying like you sort of need to get away from social media to better your relationship with God? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying sometimes it takes so much time away from me that I could be doing something else. Like I could be reading the Bible on my phone, or I could be doing something else. Like, but I'm just on it for a long time too, just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
When you sort of unplug, when you delete it or whatever, do you feel better? Do you feel like you're doing well? Do you feel like you're sort of working towards that relationship, or is it?
Yeah, I think so. I really do. Like when I delete it for a bit, and if it's not on my phone, I feel like I'm more conscious of the things I do.
Okay.
Like I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. Cause when you're scrolling on your phone, you're just like this. You're just looking at whatever is there. You just time is passing by. But if I'm not there, I'm thinking about, hey, what am I going to do tomorrow? Hey, let me read this passage I just saw. You know what I'm saying? Let me go in my phone and look at this plan I set to read, like this verse and this verse. Let me go and just read for a bit. Let me make, because I'm making plans to like read certain chapters in the Bible. Let me go and do that now instead of just scrolling on my phone, because it just, it just like takes time out of your day and you're not really actually thinking about things and stuff like that, I would say. But
yeah, man, bro. For me, bro, there was a time, bro, before I tore my ACL, bro, my 2021, bro. Before then, bro, social media was not helping me, bro. It was definitely taking me away from God. Like my relationship with God was so poor, man. Like it's not where I want it to be yet, but like I thank God it's not where it used to be, you know. But like, bro, when I tore my ACL, bro, I had nowhere else to turn, like nowhere else. Like social media became so like pointless to me. Like it was just like, bro, when you're in so much pain, you're like, bro, what am I even doing, right? So what that did for me was, bro, when I turned away, I started to tap into things that will fill me internally, like make me feel fulfilled, like connecting with God, because I knew before then relationship was poor, man. Like so often people think that just because your family member is close to God, that means like, oh yeah, like your mom being Christian, your dad being Christian doesn't make you Christian, bro. Faith, being a Christian and having faith, bro, that's your own journey. Right? Y'all not going to heaven together. Right, bro. My mom is like one of the biggest Christian, like actually is a bigger Christian, like one of the true like most fulfilled. I don't want to say fulfilled, even so, like just she's strong in her faith. All in
Right.
all, she's strong in her faith, right?
Right.
And I would see that on a daily, but I'm like, bro, that's not even where I am, like
Yeah.
at all, right?
Right.
That's not even where I am. So I started tapping into like you said, like go on my phone. What can I do? Reading the Bible. But then when I read the Bible, I'm like, bro, I don't understand much. And I started tapping into podcasts. I started listening to like some sermons. I started listening to just motivation speakers, right? Started tapping into that, and I just started to I don't know, shift my focus, and things started to change for me, right? And that's my algorithm, bro. Like it's still not where it needs to be, but I saw a shift, bro. I saw a shift, right?
Right.
I saw a shift in my social media, and like this last summer, bro. Like for example, when I the whole me like not playing soccer happened, bro. Like I was mad. I was like mad, bro. Like I want to be on social media. I don't want to look at nothing, bro. And I was angry too at God, bro. Like I was so angry. Like I didn't want to read no Bible. I didn't want to listen to nothing. I didn't want to do none of that, bro. But the funny thing is, bro, the time where I was like, okay, let me go on social media. Because usually when I wake up, even though I was mad, I still acknowledge, like, thank you, God, for waking me up from bed. I carry on my day. The little times where I'd be like, okay, let me go on social media. I'll see some post about something that's related to faith. I'll see something about something that's related to God. And I'll clear it out my screen. Because I'm so mad I don't want to see, And I didn't want to see it.
Right.
Bro, every single day I woke up, same thing. I'll go on Instagram. I'll see something that reminded me about something that has to do with faith, and I'll be so mad. But then, like after deep into the pain, I realized like when I look back to the time before I did that ACL, like I tore my ACL, like because of how much I've put into like the things that I subscribe to, right? Like I did that. Like I subscribe to seeing like things that remind me, that brings me closer to God, right? Right? So like I said, there is still not where it needs to be, but during that time of when I tore my ACL, right? I was subscribed to all those things, right? And here is me going through a time where I'm like, I'm mad at God, but when I go on my social media, I see something that's reminding me of God. And I couldn't run away from it, bro. Yes, I was so mad, but I'm like, okay, I think that's a sign that I need to like properly sit and like have a conversation, like, God, what it is, like just talk to him about what's going on, right? So that time like really made me realize like, I'm not where I need to be in my faith, but I'm trying. I feel like that's all I can do. Like when I go on social media, I see things that reminds me of God. Like even when I see something like, a scripture or thing or someone posts that it was somehow tied to, for example, verse of the day, and I'll get out of the app and go look at it and like, okay, that makes sense, but yeah, that's just what that reminds me of. Like just the things we're subscribed to, I feel like can either make you or break you, right? And if you're subscribed to things that aren't helping you, unsubscribe, man.
That's me, bro. My algorithm. My algorithm is crazy right now, bro.
Oh man,
My
man, we all victim of it, bro. Like
algorithm.
Hey, Sabu told me don't like it, bro. Just view it.
Hey, yo,
Don't like it. Just view
but wait,
it.
I don't be liking nothing though. That's what bro. Have you ever seen me in the lights?
Yes.
No.
I have.
Show me one video where I'm in the lights,
stop,
bro.
man.
My
Yes,
algorithm is crazy right now.
Yes, bro.
Maybe that's partly because of the things that man's follow and that. You feel me?
Man.
So we gotta double back on that.
Nah, hey, I feel like the only way my algorithm is because y'all be sending.
Who's y'all? Don't be
Who's
pointing
y'all?
finger at
Y'all
man.
be sending
Don't be pointing
I don't
finger
send
at
nothing to you.
Man,
I be see you.
I don't be on these.
My
Bro.
man, we see you.
I don't like
what
these,
They
bro.
can see. Gabriel Yenga.
Nah.
Oh my God,
This not
bro.
me. This not me.
That's you, man.
I don't be liking nothing like that, bro. I don't be liking these things, My algorithm is messed up. I gotta fix my algorithm, bro. But that's just too much work for me. You just get off the whole app. But bro, I was about to ask this question though. Right? Like I was saying, I think I'm just starting to grow into my faith and stuff like that. Right?
And it's like once you start doing that, I want to ask like, why is it? It's like so fulfilling though,
It is.
right? It's so fulfilling. Like you feel fulfilled. Like you feel like you have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I don't know why it is. And then you can feel that drift away too when you started like drift away from God.
Yeah.
Cause like the past couple of weeks, I haven't been doing what I was doing before. You know, like like reading the Bible every day and like diving into that. You know, you can feel like yourself like drifting away from God.
Yeah.
More too. You know,
So-
it's like
Are you saying like the things that we see on social media is? So you're basically saying that the things that we see on social media is negative, and
No.
Just is that way.
I wasn't even talking about social
Social
media. I was
media,
just
you
talking
say
about like
in
just
in general.
just in general, like when you dive into like your faith and try to like understand God and stuff like that, you feel fulfilled.
Yeah, man.
Like
Yeah.
you feel fulfilled on the inside.
Yeah.
And then when you stop doing it, you can see yourself like drift away
Yeah, man.
from God. Just a feeling. I don't know how to describe it.
Bro, I know what you mean, bro.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, and that goes back to like, there's some, you know, he says like acknowledge me in all of your ways. That's for a reason, bro. Because this life we live, bro, things are just so fast, right? You're living in this world, like he says, but you're not of it.
Right.
You lose sight and become unfulfilled when you think you're part of this world. You're in this world, but you're not of it. And there's a lot of people that are in this world and are of the world. Do you get that? Like,
Right.
and that's when you become of the world, when you become part of the world, things aren't. He says, "I can give you more than the world could have to like the world could offer."
Right.
He says that, bro. And we don't take that to heart. Like, that's true, bro. Like, he says, I can give you way more than this world has to offer. And it's true. It's true. Like, you see that in your daily habits. Like, when you're doing these things, when you're connecting, things are a bit different. Things are shifting.
Yeah.
But when you tap into, when things are going too fast, that's how you start to feel iffy. And that's what happens to me, bro. Sometimes when I feel like things are too fast for me, bro, I lose sight. I'm like, I just start, like, bro, I start breaking out. My skin start breaking out, bro. Like, something about me physically is off, mentally is off. Like, that's when I know I'm like, hold up, bro. I gotta get back in my routine.
Yeah, gotta get back.
I gotta get back in my routine because this is not helping me right now.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get back. That's how I know when I'm losing sight. That's when I know things are iffy. It's like I see it physically, and once I start seeing it physically, then I start tapping. Like, bro, connect, bro, tap in. And that's the whole work in progress thing, bro. Like, it's he knows that we're not perfect, right? He knows that, like, we're all a work in progress, bro. That's why each day, bro, my prayer is like, God, help me to be a better version today than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, bro.
I think like that part is so important too. Like, it's a work in progress because I think like sometimes like people that are not Christian or sometimes feel like Christians feel like they're almost like perfect and like judge everybody.
True that,
kind of
yeah.
thing too.
It's like a
So-
stereotype.
Yeah, you know, and it's like they think I'm like no, it's not really what that is because I know I'm not perfect. I know there's a lot of things I do that I gotta work on or like, you know, it's not things Christian like I would say, you know, and it's like no, you're not perfect. It's like you want to work towards it, and the more you read scripture and more like you understand it and find understanding from people that knows about it, like pastors and people that's diving into the Bible and know things about this, right? Because sometimes you can't really understand it, and you gotta talk to.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to other people.
That's true.
To understand like what's going on and what like, you know what I'm saying, like they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like one time I was just having a conversation with two people that's really they're strong in their fit now, or they're growing into it, and I want to say they're further in the journey than me,
Okay.
right? So then I was talking to them about, because somewhere in Corinthians, when Peter was talking to like the church, he was talking about getting married to people of different faith, and also people that's not in the faith as you, right?
That's important.
Yeah. So also I was talking about like, okay, you're a Christian, you're in your faith, you meet somebody who is not Christian, right? And you want to bring them into Christianity, and you get married to them, kind of thing. And they were saying that's kind of like, that's not the best way to do it, because sometimes they might attach that to being with you and not really finding God for themselves, compared to like they already found God for themselves, you found God for yourself, and then you're gonna meet, right? Which is different. And it's also different if we both get married, then I find God, then that's different too. Like Paul, what he was saying from in Corinthians is, Paul isn't saying you should leave your wife. Like if both of you already married, and then you found God and your wife hasn't, you shouldn't just leave your wife because you found God and she hasn't yet,
bro.
right? So then that's kind of like what I was talking to them about, because I thought like, if I already found God, we're not married yet, I found God, I saw somebody that hasn't, right? I want to connect with that person, right, and show them to God. They're saying that's not the best way to do it. Of course it could work, but that's not the best way to do it, because y'all got to be equally yoked in a sense, and then they might attach that to, you know what I'm saying, to like finding God and being with you and that part together, you know?
Yeah. Bro, I think your journey is your journey, bro.
Yeah.
Your journey is your journey. Like we see you on the YouTube shows, like Pop the Balloon, right? Like we hear all these women and men saying, I want a God fulfilling, who is it?
God-fearing man.
God-fearing man, God-fearing woman. Like
Everybody wants that. I don't even know
bro,
what that means.
everybody want that these days, bro.
Don't even know what that means. Like, bro, I myself, I'm not God-fearing yet, but I'm trying to look for a woman that's God-fearing, bro. Like, I gotta go do my work first
Everybody want
before I start looking for God-fearing woman. I'm not God-fearing yet, and I'm looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But why do we hear it so much now these days?
It's
it like a
typical thing? It's a
thing
trend.
now, like,
Yeah, it's
everybody-
a training. Maybe it's a cheat code now,
Is
bro.
it
It's
like,
the cheat code.
that's what it is?
It's the method.
Yeah, it's a
It's
method
the-
in my
It's all
music,
part of the
maybe.
playbook, man.
Hey.
Maybe you never know,
It's
bro.
all part of the
It's the method.
playbook.
But sometimes even like people be scared when somebody say they're God fearing, they're looking.
And
You
you
know
see
what I'm
people
saying?
popping.
And people just pop right
Yeah,
away.
they're like, I'm not.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I feel like it's being misinterpreted.
That's what I'm
though.
saying. It's like the stereotype of like
Yeah.
they're looking for like this perfect person that you know, that's not what that means really.
And I think the Christians that are like, I feel like they're like you're saying the stereotype of the perfect Christian. When they hear God fearing, they think about the perfect Christian, but forgetting that, bro, we're all on our own journey of faith, right? Like we're all on our own journey of faith, and you have to learn to meet people where they're at.
Right.
And I think, bro, when I knowing what I just said, like having to meet people where they're at, bro, sometimes I'm like, when you mention like being equally yoked, if you're not there, then like
That's what I'm saying. That's what that gets like complicated to me, because like I was saying, when I talked to them, they were saying that yeah, you shouldn't really like engage with that person if you feel like they're not like equally yoked as you. You know, that's what, you know what I'm saying. I'm like that's really hard then, because it's like,
what do you think equally yoked means though? Like being on the same journey, as you, or being on a journey, or being on your own journey of finding God. Because I feel like that too is being misinterpreted, like being equally yoked. Like I know the God that I know that He knows that we're all on our own journey,
Right.
and He's not looking for the perfect Christian.
Right.
He's not looking for the perfect couple, right? If He knows that, as long as you're on a path to finding Him, because it's all about Him, right? But some Christian twist it.
right.
You are either perfect and I'm perfect. That's how it works. That's not how it works, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's true too. That's what I'm saying. Like all of these is all about, like I was saying, you got to engage in conversations with people. You know what I'm saying? To like kind of like talk about this and learn about all of this stuff. I think, you know what I'm saying. That's what, for me, if I don't understand something, I'm gonna say something like, So what do you mean by this? This happened too. Like, what do you say about this? You know, like I'm gonna bring that up so we can talk about it and have a conversation about it. Cause even like we just talking about it. Sometimes people just want God fearing person, but they don't even know the actual person. No, like you're not even compatible with the person, but just because they're God fearing now, you know what I'm saying?
You think that's it?
Yeah, you think that's just it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people get lost in that too.
Danger of that, man.
You know, so there's like a lot of different things going on, bro. People can say they're God fearing, but they're not even a good human being, good person in general, or not even them. Like just both of you don't work together, bro. That don't mean nothing's wrong with that. Y'all just don't work together. You're different people you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of different things, you know. And all of this, we're figuring it out and talking. We're not masters on this issue, you know.
Bro.
But this is what you think about, and this is what you can have a conversation about, and you can talk about it and stuff like that. So,
has there ever been a problem for you, like in your relationship with not just like intimate relationship, but just relationship in general? Like, have you ever come across someone who isn't on the same journey as you, but that's made you feel some type of way with yourself? Has that made you feel less, or has that made you feel more, or has that showed you like, I'm on my own journey? This is just you do you, but I'm on my own journey. Because at the end of the day, we're not being judged the same. We're being judged separately.
right.
Have you ever been in any type of relationship in the field that way? Because I have, man. Like, I've been in not just intimate relationship, but like personal relationship. I've met, like I said, my mom, for example. When I see like God-fearing woman, bro, that's the definition of a God-fearing woman. But I'm like, yeah, she's great, but I'm not there yet. That's great. She's on her own journey. That's great.
Right.
What she does for me is inspire me, right? Inspire me on my own journey.
Right.
And sometimes, like when I first moved to the U.S., when I first met her, I used to see all of that, and I used to struggle. I used to struggle with my faith in general. Like I felt like I was more drifting away from God than being closer to God. And we can even tap into the whole African of like the way of thinking of like Christianity, like what that does for like young people coming up. Like we see people growing up and turning to, oh, I don't believe in God. They don't believe in God. It's not because they don't believe in God. They don't believe in God because their parents put it on them. I was shown, right? Like when I first came to the U.S., bro, yes, that's all she was. And sometimes I was like, bro, I don't want to go to church. Like I feel like it's being forced, it's being put on me, right? Until I as I grew older, I realized like I want my own journey. And bro, I had to have that conversation with her, and that was so tricky because, you know, that's mom, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean? Like nobody in my church, like that's mom, bro. Like I had to have that conversation though, because I feel like my own journey was my own journey, was personal, right? She can't like put hers on me, and because that's too much weight to carry.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, do you have, is there an example of something like that you feel like?
Yeah, so my mom is essentially the same way as well. She's very Christian. She's very, like, strong in her faith. But, like, growing up, she would make us go to church, and it was just, like, I'm young, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just following her directions. Like, it wasn't really my thing. It wasn't my journey, you know? But as I got older, and she sends me, like, passages and stuff, I've kind of grown closer to her in a way too, because we've kind of bonded over that. She sent me passages, I send her passages, and we just kind of talk about our faiths, which has helped me a lot. Also, my journey's a bit different because part of my family's Muslim and the other part of my family's Christian, so I kind of had to go through both. I don't know, it was weird, but it made me sort of, you know, distant from religion because I didn't know what my identity was. I didn't know like which one was, you know, it was a whole thing. So it was kind of hard figuring that out for myself. But as I've grown older, I've just kind of figured out to, you know, go through my own journey and grow in my faith. But yeah.
How has that helped you though? Because we don't usually see two sides. Usually,
right.
One half is, you know, this, one half is not. Like that's.
I think.
What led you more to like Christianity
than Muslim?
I think I wouldn't say it's a specific thing. I would just say I was kind of just drawn towards one side of it. Like it wasn't like I don't hate Islam. I don't hate Muslims. I don't like part of my family's that it's not like I hate them or something. It's just I'm just drawn more to Christianity. Like I feel like God's calling me on this side. Like I don't know. It's not a whole thing.
Right. I mean, true. Sometimes I think about that too. Like, if you're African, you're in a house and there is church on Sunday, bro. Your parents are going. Big man, you're going. You won't.
Better be up.
If you don't have a choice, boy, you bet your clothes better been ironed before.
The night
feel
before,
me?
not during the
Like,
day,
bro,
but the night before.
You going
bro.
to church, you know, and like we all saying when you're younger, you're like, oh, I don't want to go, da. But I feel like now, that was so important for us, though. You know, like going and like just being in that presence and learning about that. Because now we're away. I'm not forced to go anymore.
That's true.
But now I'm trying to go, right? I'm talking to, you know, like I'm trying to go to church. Now I'm trying to find God for myself too, just because of this foundation I had, right? That was like almost, it wasn't really forced, but just like you're a kid. Whatever your parents believe in is kind of what you kind of believe in too. And then, but like we're saying, at the end of the day, it becomes a journey that you have to take on by yourself. Right? Because your parents can't take you to heaven, bro. Like, you have to do that for yourself. You have to find God for yourself and things like that. So, you know.
Yeah, man. We're not saying it's bad, bro. Like, for the young kids, it's not just African. It's the whole world in general, bro. But we speak from experience. Like, we know what it's like growing up in an African home, bro. You better be up, bro. That's just what it is. You just better be up.
No if and buts.
No if and buts, bro.
No maybe.
Tie your feet. All you want, tie your feet. You better be up, bro.
Yeah, you going to church,
but,
man.
Bro, realize that for those that are still young, bro, like, it's for your own good.
Yeah.
It's for your own good. Like, it either makes you or break you, bro. That's, as you grow older, you choose that path that you want to be on. Yeah. Like, for some people, it leads them in a different direction. For some people, they believe in other things. They explore. Your decision, bro. Yeah. You just know that, bro. But yeah, man, before we wrap things up, bro, like, what would be some takeaways, bro? Just from this conversation, or just for those who that are on their own journey, bro. Like, what would be something for them to know, man? Like, cause it's not an easy journey, bro. We're not sitting here as experts, bro. We're not experts. I'm not an expert. Gabriel, Archie, we not an experts, bro.
Far from it. By far.
I can attest to say that we are all a work in progress, bro. We're not there yet, bro.
Beginner level.
But it's your own journey. But what would you say, man, for this world that we live in, bro? Like, we gotta tie it back. Like, we're just stopping by. You know, because I feel like people get confused that we're here forever, bro. I mean, whatever you believe in, bro, like, for us, we're just speaking from our own experience. We know that we're here, but this is not it. It's somewhere else we gotta be too.
Yeah, I feel like you just have to dive into it yourself, and you gotta figure that out for yourself and want to do it for yourself. Because you can hear this from everybody, or you can hear this from so many things, so many places. You have to want to do it for yourself. You gotta want to dive into God's word for yourself and understand what He is to you, and you know, just understanding that for yourself, and that could get you, you know what I'm saying, to where you need to be at. And it's a journey, it's a process. I'm just starting. I'm at beginner level. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there. But
everybody's journey looks different, bro.
Yeah.
And that goes back to comparing. Don't compare, bro.
Yeah.
Don't compare what other people's relationship looks like with God and compare it to yours, bro. That would be the dumbest thing you can do, bro. Yeah. You know, there's a quote, you know, that says, like, comparison is a thief of joy. Don't do that.
Take it away,
bro. It takes everything away, bro. Yeah. Don't. You can't do that, man. Especially this journey. That goes to every aspects of life, bro. You can't compare. Because what you see out there, whether it's social media,
it's a facade,
bro. It's all a facade, bro. Your own journey is what matters, you know. But Sap, what would you say, man? Like, just whatever it is.
I would say just understand you're not perfect again. Like, just understand that you gotta give yourself some grace.
Grace, man.
You're not gonna know everything. You're not gonna be good at everything. You're not gonna be perfect in everything.
Yeah.
You just gotta learn over time and just, you know, work towards building up your relationship little by little. So,
yeah, man. I think that's That's really it, man. For today, take anything you want from that. Like and subscribe. Turn on the post notification. Comment in the comment section, man, what you thought about this conversation, man. You know, it's an ongoing conversation, just like the mental health conversation. You know, there might be some things we might pull back later on in the future. We might talk about on future episodes. But
Bring somebody in that's more,
expertise.
Let's bring a brother.
Further down. You know, somebody that's
you want me
further
to chief?
down.
You want me to chief in?
Yeah, somebody that
We need to find somebody that's further down in your
brother,
fit
you
to
know.
help us. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this, and you know what I'm saying?
Tap in, man.
Yeah,
Tap in.
for real.
But anyway, thanks for watching today, man. Another episode of the group chat, man. Like, comment, subscribe. That's about it, man.
Bang.